What is up everyone, Barricade here, and I'm bringing you guys my review of Dragon Ball Super episode 50, and this episode was actually really good. I just want to say that off the bat right here. It had really good animation with the fighting. Overall was really interesting on the things that they talked about, but there was a few key things I really wanted to talk about in today's review. The one that was very interesting that I was really weirded out to see and kind of hard to understand, like, who is this guy, is once he comes through the portal, once Black comes through the portal, he immediately looks around, looks at everyone that's nearby, and he sees Vegeta, and he immediately goes, oh, Vegeta. Like, he knows who Vegeta is. And then he looks and he sees Beerus, and he knows who Beerus is as well. So that was actually really interesting because of the fact that, how does he know Vegeta? In like his universe, his time or something, did he like fight Vegeta? Did he know who Vegeta was? And then the other thing that was really interesting is while they're fighting, Black says, oh, I've always wanted to fight you in this body. That's his exact words. I want to fight you in this body. And then he goes on, and then they go on to say that Beerus actually says that his ki is different than Goku's. It's not exactly the same as Goku's. So that right there kind of gives me a little bit of a hint who Black may be. He might be like an imposter. He might be like someone that either stole Goku's body, like Ginyu status or something like that. Because that's a little strange that he said that. You know, that he always wanted to fight Goku in that body. So that was something I really wanted to point out. And honestly, at that point, that kind of makes me believe he's not really Goku at all. He's probably someone that stole Goku's body, somehow copied his body, shape-shifted into his body, something along those lines. And the thing that was also really interesting is they state that the ring he had was actually a ring that only a Kaioshin can have, and that it can only send him to the future, not the past. And the only reason why he was even able to go into the past was because of the fact that Trunks' time machine left like that portal, so he was able to go through it. But in reality, the ring only lets him go to the future and the present. That's it. And the thing is that they're fighting, or whatever, Goku and him are fighting, and he's actually doing really good against Goku as a Super Saiyan 2. Like, they're pretty much even, and you know, they're just going at a good fight, you know, nothing too intense. And honestly, one thing I just want to say when it comes to this fight is that it was actually really good. Like, I actually like the fighting style, everything that was happening. The animation was pretty dang solid throughout the whole thing. There's a few little key points that look kind of funky and little weird images, little frames here and there. There was actually one part, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a part while Goku's fighting Black, and for a second they messed up on Goku's hair, because when he's a Super Saiyan 2, he has less bangs. He only has like the one in the front of his face and then the two on the sides. And when he was fighting Black, there was an instant where he just had normal Super Saiyan hair, not Super Saiyan 2 hair. So that was just something I kind of like I wanted to point out, because I noticed that like instantly. But while they're fighting, overall the animation was really solid. I really liked it, and I'm happy about it because of the fact that a while back, you know, if you saw my first review of, like, I think it was like one of my first reviews, I think it was like episode 2 or 3, when Goku's fighting Beerus and there was that whole fiasco about the animation being terrible, I honestly said that the animation was garbage, and I couldn't wait for them to finally make like brand new episodes that weren't a remake of the movies and had good animation. And we pretty much finally got that with these last episodes of Dragon Ball Super, because while it is a week-long series, it did in fact have great animation for that type of limit. You know what I mean? They got to make these episodes quick, and this episode actually looked really good when they were fighting. That was just one thing I really wanted to point out. And then towards the end of the episode, we see that Black destroys Trunks' time machine. Trunks is freaking out, and we have that little moment with Vegeta and Trunks. Vegeta tells him, you know, we'll find a way, there's always a way, pretty much, which was really nice of a thing for Vegeta to do. We never see him act as like a consoling father. He's always like really serious. He doesn't really care all about pride, and that was like a really good moment where he basically gave Trunks some type of good feeling, good emotion, let him know that everything's gonna be okay. And then the episode pretty much ends with Bulma finding the time machine that Cell left behind. And holy shit, I completely forgot about it. I honestly did. I was freaking out. I was like, damn, man, how are they going to fix Trunks' time machine? Bulma doesn't know how to do it. You know, Trunks is screwed. What the hell are they going to do? And then I see her start freaking out. I'm like, okay, why is she freaking out? I thought maybe she had like a blueprint or something like that. And then she pulls out the time machine that Cell came in the Cell saga. And it was like, holy shit, that's right, I totally forgot. Like, it was just something that completely spaced my mind. And I love Dragon Ball Z. I watched the show a billion times. And the fact that I completely spaced that gave me a huge surprise when Bulma actually pointed it out. And then the episode ends where it goes back to the future. You know, Black is pretty much gonna take over the world now. He got really hurt from Goku's fight, but like they said, he keeps getting stronger and stronger every time he fights. He's kind of like a Saiyan, but even to more of an intense level where he keeps getting more and more powerful at a very increased rate. At least that's how I see it. That's what it seems like. Like he just gets more and more power at a very high rate than that of like a normal Saiyan. And then the episode ends where we see Mai actually survived. And I'm like, what? How the hell did she survive? She took a ki blast like right at her feet, flew like 20 feet in the air, hit a skyscraper, and flew to the ground. And she's still alive? Like, how the hell is she alive? She's a normal human, but in the same sense, I am kind of glad she is alive, though, because I really like her. So I'll let it slide because I really liked it. But overall, solid episode, good animation, very interesting fight, very interesting things that they were talking about with the whole time ring being only for Kaioshins, you know, that we are able to still help Trunks with the time machine that Cell came in, and just overall really interesting facts with the episode. I'm gonna go ahead and get it solid 8 because I thought it was really good. I really liked it a lot, and I cannot wait for these next few episodes because I really want to know what happens next when it comes to Black, and you know how they're gonna fight him, get to the future and all of that. So that's gonna be really interesting. I can't wait to see how that goes. But overall, solid episode. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Really good episode. Anyways, guys, if you guys like this video, please definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me what you guys think about today's Dragon Ball Super. Overall, I thought it was an awesome episode, and I can't wait for more. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and take it easy.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see my most recent Gears of War video, hit that link on the left. If you want to see my most recent Dragon Ball video, hit that link on the right. Thanks for watching, guys.